Hey there, folks. Santee at the Arizona Ghostwriters here. Pat Garrett. Yeah. Let's talk about him.
Thank you for the help, Mr. Garrett, was it? Pat Garrett.
Last week, you met one of our wardrobe shop felines named Cat Garrett. You've also met Billy the Cat. And here's our newest lodger, Cat Masterson. Yeah, there's a theme here.
How are you? Doing okay. Look at you. You're so wee. Hello, you want some food? Okay, see ya. Bye.
Patrick Floyd Jarvis Garrett, there's a name for you,
Lord Almighty.
Yeah.
was born on June 5th, 1850 near Cussita, Alabama. He had 4 siblings and at a young age were all moved to Louisiana, where the family ran a plantation. As with so many other southern landowners, the Civil War decimated their livelihood. Shortly after the war, both parents died and left the kids $30,000 in debt. The kids were taken care of by other folks, but Pat ventured out on his own and at age 18 traveled west.
Merry Christmas, Santee.
Alrighty. He had a stint as a cowboy, then a buffalo hunter, as that paid pretty well. When that ran out, he went to Fort Sumner, New Mexico with his fiancée, Juanita. His wedding was attended by his new friends, including one Billy the Kid. Tragically, Juanita died 2 weeks after the wedding. But Pat remarried the year after and eventually had 8 kids.
You've been busy.
During that time, his life became tumultuous. He had been a cowboy again and was now bartending at Beaver Smith's saloon.
Well, I brought my own ones.
Interestingly, Pat Garrett stood 6 feet 5 inches. That's a tall fella for back then. I often wonder if he had back problems constantly ducking through doorways in the Old West.
Oh!
Merry Christmas, Santee.
Okay. Garrett had other ambitions and ran for sheriff of Lincoln County. He ended up winning in November of 1880. The Lincoln County War was still going on, and part of his job was to apprehend his once friend, Billy. Some people claimed that it was also a financial move, as the kid was worth about $500. On December 19th, Garrett and his posse were laying in wait in Fort Sumner when Billy and his crew rode in. The outlaws were ambushed on the street, and Tom O'Folliard was shot and killed. The others escaped. 3 days later, Pat's men had them surrounded in Stinking Springs, and a shootout took place. One man was killed and the others were captured and taken to Lincoln, New Mexico. The day Billy escaped from the Lincoln County Courthouse, Pat had already left. When he found out about the situation, he took some deputies down to Fort Sumner, where he was pretty sure Billy would go, and ambushed him at Pete Maxwell's ranch. Standing in the darkness in a bedroom, he waited for the kid to enter, then shot him twice. Pat Garrett received mixed notoriety over killing the kid. The local population liked Billy and now hated Pat. Nope, he sure didn't win any popularity prizes there.
You hate me.
Mister, I hate you to pieces.
So, trying to seize the opportunity, Garrett wrote a book about the affair called The Authentic Life of Billy the Kid. It wasn't widely distributed and didn't make Pat much money. Also, there were inconsistencies in the book.
You've got the facts all wrong.
Assuming he would not be re-elected for sheriff, 1882 saw Garrett moving to Texas and running for Senate, which also didn't work out. He was a Texas Ranger captain briefly, then returned to New Mexico. After some failed investments, Pat returned to law enforcement and became involved with tracking fugitives. His last gunfight was in 1899, and the wanted miscreant was killed.
Merry Christmas, Santee. Ho, 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 ho.
You got it. In 1905, President Theodore Roosevelt appointed Garrett as a customs collector. It was not well received, and after Pat embarrassed Roosevelt, the position was taken away from him. He had a litany of financial troubles the following years and ended up in a dispute with a goat herder named Wayne Brazel near Las Cruces. At the end of February 1908, Garrett was driving down the road to his ranch and was shot and killed. Wayne Brazel confessed to the murder, stating that it was self-defense. He was acquitted, however, to this day, there's a lot of controversy surrounding the death of this famous lawman. Interestingly, Pat's body was displayed in a funeral home and people paid to see the man who killed Billy the Kid. He was buried next to the body of his 15-year-old daughter, her death being yet another tragic chapter. I would say that his life was fraught with failed attempts at success, and killing folk hero Billy the Kid didn't do him any favors. If there was ever a person who had a black cloud over them, it would probably be Pat Garrett. However, he did bring people to justice and goes down in history as one of the West's most famous lawmen.
You gonna get him?
Well, folks, that's it for another episode. Thanks for watching. You know, in all the excitement of this week, I completely forgot it was Christmas. I just wish somebody had mentioned it to me or said something, but... Regardless, after this clip, please enjoy some Christmas wishes from Old Tucson and Arizona Ghostwriters. Have a happy and safe Christmas, and we'll see you on down the trail. Hey, Nick! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Feliz Navidad.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Pew pew.
This is Butch. Hi, Butch. How are you? Butch is new. More Butch.
How is it
Hope
going?
you make it a good one.
Thank you, you too. Wait, why you got a knife? What's the knife?
Well,
What-
you
what-
know, dangerous
Oh.
things are always around the holidays. You got like Krampus, you got
Horse
Saint
pirates?
Nick,
You got porch pirates.
Santa Slayer, all that sort of stuff.
Santa Slayer?
You gotta watch out for them.
Is he a porch pirate?
What? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Thanks, man. Take it easy.
Yeah,
Have a good one.